All right, so last week we talked to Jason McComb and had an update on his walk and where he was. So right now, I'm just dialing him again, and let's see what Jason's all up to here. Let's see what he's got to say for this week, and we'll see where he is.
Hello, Jason speaking.
Hey, Jason, it's Tony calling.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
All right. So, Jason, since we talked last week, give us an update. What's going on this past week, and where are you?
Currently, I'm at the outer edge of Kitchener. I was just about to. I was going to stay the night in Kitchener again. However, I'm going to hit Cambridge tonight. I'm just about an hour's walk. I'm just actually. I'm waiting for CTV News to show up to do the story for tomorrow night's evening news in Kitchener. I just finished a story with the Kitchener Record newspaper, and let's see. For this week, it's been a crazy week. I snuck back into St. Thomas. I had a lot of things crash in my personal life, but as I've mentioned, I believe I've mentioned to you in the past as well as to everyone. This walk is not about me or my personal life or the walk. It's about homelessness. But I've had some great mileage. I made Stratford, where I met my cousin for the first time, almost the exact same age as me, and it worked out really well. He let me stay and fed me, and I in return was able to help him move to his new place. But I got the word out. I met some people from my page, Homeless Happens Helping Hands on Facebook. I met with a couple of people that do outreach with both homeless as well as other areas of the less fortunate, impoverished areas. Got into Kitchener, and Kitchener is just huge. I sat and I talked with a couple of the homeless ilk downtown. We sat and we just had coffee from a soup kitchen type organization, and we sat and just talk why I'm doing this. And it was awesome. I got to hug these guys, and I mean they're on the streets. They refuse to go to shelters, which happens for various reasons. It's not because they want to be homeless. I've said in the past to many people, it is just these guys. Things have gone on in their life that these areas. They're kind of like forbidden areas to them. I roamed Kitchener. I covered a lot of area of Kitchener. I didn't realize just how big it actually is, Kitchener-Waterloo area. And I'm on just probably about 2 kilometers left of Kitchener to walk out of after my interview with TV News. Like I said, I had a lot go on that brought me back to St. Thomas, and the time there, it was productive. I got to type some things out, and an article in the paper today I had to reply to just about some homelessness issues in St. Thomas. So it actually worked out really well being back home as well. I wasn't noticed, and I got back on my route. Essentially, I'm covering a lot of ground right now, and I will cover a lot of ground this week, getting up into the Guelph area, and I'm considering Georgetown as I make my way north.
Jason, I wanted to ask you a question. It kind of popped into my head here as you were talking about the homeless people that you had just sat and had a coffee with. Did they know you were coming? Are they aware? How is the word spreading amongst food shelter, like the food banks, different things? Do they know that you're on this walk? These guys
didn't. They just it was awesome. One guy, he spoke to the other loud enough for me to hear. That guy's got homelessness written on his arm. I've got the tattoo on both my forearms. Homeless happens. Homeless on one arm, and the guy asked me. He said, "Why do you have that written on your arm?" And I told him, I said, "Hey man, I'm homeless, and I don't mind saying that I'm homeless." But this is because I run a nonprofit organization for the homeless, and I'm walking all through and across Canada for them, making like I didn't know that they were homeless. And the guy said, you're homeless, we're homeless, and you're walking for the homeless. And I sat down, and the conversation exploded. It was really nice because they got to talk about their life. The fellow told me all about the areas that he lived in Alberta. I talked to them like human beings. I don't know how long it's been since they got to have a conversation with a stranger where they have to talk about what they wanted, but we got that today.
Oh, that's really, really cool. That's one thing I guess that a lot of us forget is, they are people too, right? And most people just don't want to talk to them, or maybe some are just afraid to talk to homeless people.
That's what it is, and unfortunately, it comes down to some of the homeless people being afraid to talk to people that are just walking by, as a result of not knowing where the conversation is going to lead, if it's going to be a conversation or if it's going to be a comment or remark, etc. And I mean, it was refreshing to me to talk to these guys, probably just as much as it was to them or more. I mean, because again, it was a human being, and it spoke with me the way that I was hoping to speak, to have a conversation. We had that, and it didn't matter that they were or were not homeless. It was because those were people, and we had the opportunity to talk about things that we wanted to, rather than the conversation being geared toward being led into a conversation of any sort.
Okay, well, Jason, I know that CTV News and Kitchener is on their way to come and see you, so...
Actually, CTV has just pulled up. Yeah.
They just pulled up? Awesome. Okay, so listen, we're going to let you go. So really quick, what's coming up over this coming week till I can talk to you next week?
Coming up this week, I'm good because CTV has been good enough to make it out tonight. I will make Cambridge tonight. Cambridge, I've lived many times, and I mean, there's small areas of outreach, as I recall. I don't know what it's turned into so far, but I want to take a look at that. Cambridge, and then it'll be the road down towards Guelph, and again, Georgetown is in and around that way, and I used to travel that way when I lived in Orangeville. This time I'll be walking, of course. I'm going to reach as many organizations as I can and as many people as I can in towns that, I hear it all the time, there's no homeless people here. And the reason that I'm told that is as a result of not knowing the true definition of homelessness. There's people crashing on people's couches, yeah, but they're not homeless. Essentially, couch surfing is homeless just as much as living on the streets or staying in shelters is homeless. And I'm going to enlighten people to that fact. And just like I've been doing in every other town and community, I'm going to hope that these people, and I'm going to ask them just to treat each other properly with kindness and respect.
All right, well, listen, we're going to let you go so you can talk to CTV, and you just let them know, Jason, that you have a whole community behind you, and we're doing these weekly updates to make sure everybody is aware of your progress and how you're doing, and again, we're all thinking about your safety too. So you be safe out there, and enjoy that interview. You rock it, and we'll talk to you next week.
You bet your life. Thank you again, Tony, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right, Jason. Take care, man.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, well, there you have it. So Jason is in Kitchener, just about to do his CTV News interview. So we'll have to switch over to the news tomorrow in Kitchener and check it out. All right. Well, stay tuned. Next week, we'll give Jason a call again, see where he is and what adventures he got up to through this coming week.